Good morning students, welcome back to my channel. Dear students, in the previous lecture we discussed about electric charges. And today in this session we will discuss about basic properties of electric charges. In today's lecture we will discuss about basic properties of electric charge. So let's talk about basic properties. First property is additive nature. Now dear students, as we add real numbers, if we have 1, 2, 3 and so on, if we have real numbers, then we can add them. So similarly, charges can also add up. Charges are also add up, right? So first property, additive nature. Charges also add up like real numbers. For example, if we have a system and system having different charges, here we have taken three charges. So their total charge, their resultant charge will be addition of these three charges. The total charge, or you can say net charge, will be addition of these three charges, Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. If we have n number of charges in a system, then that net charge, the total charge will be Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus up to Qn, because there are n number of charges. Okay, so as we add real numbers, we can also add the charges. So this is about first property of charge, that is additive nature. Now let's talk about second property. Second property is conservation. Now what is the meaning of conservation, right? Look at this. Total charge of an isolated system is always conserved. Now dear students, isolated system, there is one particular condition. System must be isolated. Isolated means if you are applying external forces, there will be no change in the system. There will be no change inside the system. Means whatever is there inside the system will remain same. So such system is known as isolated system. So if we have isolated system, what will be there? Total charge of an isolated system is always conserved. Now let's take one example. If we have a system and system having two charge, Q1 and Q2. This is isolated system. We are talking about isolated system. An isolated system having two charge, Q1 and Q2. After taking so many procedures, or you can say after applying so many procedure, there will be no change inside the system. Means the charge, or we can say the total charge inside the isolated system will remain same. So at the output side we will get same amount of charge. So Q1 plus Q2 is equal to Q3 plus Q4. So this is known as conservation of charge. As we studied in 11th science, there are four laws of conservation. First law, conservation of energy. Second law, conservation of charge. Third, law of conservation of linear momentum. And fourth one, law of conservation of angular momentum. So second property is conservation. Okay, now let's talk about third property. Let's talk about third property, and third property is quantization. Third property is quantization. Now dear students, if we ask how many students are there in your classroom, how many students are there in your classroom, what will you say? You will say there are 25 students, or you can say there are 30 students, but nobody will say that there are 25.5 students. Nobody will say that there are 30.5 students. Okay, because the quantity of students are fixed. The quantity of students are fixed. Similarly, the quantity of charges are also fixed value. And what is that? All free charges are integral multiple of a basic unit of charge, which is denoted by E. Now we know that charge is denoted by small e. Charge is denoted by small e, right? So there is a particular mathematical equation to represent total amount of charge, and that equation is Q is equal to NE. E for charge. E represents charge. And what is N? N is any integer. N is any integer. So dear students, this is about basic properties of electric charge. First property is additive nature, second property is conservation, and third property is quantization. So I hope you would be understood this topic very well. Okay, thank you.